Good morning to all the students of class plus 1B. Today, beta, we are going to start with the poem, A Photograph. Fine. So this is actually based on nostalgia. Now you will be asking what is nostalgia or what is nostalgic moments. When we start missing our past, when we have some past memories, fine, and we suddenly start missing them. Sometimes we lose people and loved ones, we start missing them. Sometimes we have moments in our lives which we are not able to have right now, then we start missing those moments, then we become nostalgic. Fine, nostalgia. So this poem is based on those feelings of nostalgia or nostalgic moments when poetess Shirley Tolson will be sharing with us all. So this poem named A Photograph is written by Shirley Tolson. First of all, you need to remember the name of the poem and poet. And when you attend with a class, be very, very attentive. A photograph. If you will be writing photograph, even then marks will be deducted. Clear? So you have to learn exactly the same name, the way it is written, a photograph. If it's a the photograph, then you will write the, if it is a. So in our case, it is a photograph, fine, written by Shirley Dawson. So I have, you can see, used brackets to denote the ideas here. If it is not visible because light is flashing in the board, so I will be telling you in the first phase, there are three phases in this poem. Fine, three different phases are there. After discussing this, I will be sharing screen with you. You can read the poem from there. In first phase, beta, cardboard shows two girl cousins, Betty and Dolly. Clear? I have written in the first phase. Now here cardboard is actually that frame of the picture. Fine, cardboard doesn't mean that different cardboard in which we use. Cardboard is in which that frame in which that picture of poetess mother is pasted. Fine, poet's mother's picture is pasted in the cardboard. Fine, along with two girl cousin Betty and Dolly. It means whose cousins? Poet's mother's cousin, not poet's cousins. Poet की mother के जो cousins है, I'm talking about those. Fine, Betty and Dolly and poetess mother herself. Three of them are there. Then we have second phase with us now. In second phase, see Naman Preet was there. Now he's coming. Anjali, keep noting down. In between the chapter they come. Namanpreet, beta, please check your timetable, and from Thursday to Saturday you have fourth period of English. So join well in time. तो आपके बिना ही हमने start किया है आज. So I was about to praise all of you that every day teachers are writing the attendance all present, and I was feeling proud that yes, my class is present in all the subjects, in all the, you can say, periods. They are very serious enough when it comes to studies, and you should be also medical students. You have to be serious in languages also and in optional subject. कुछ बच्चे क्या करते हैं, अपने आप को medical student ही समझते हैं. They stop attending English class or they stop attending physical education and computer class. But all subjects are of equal number and equal weightage. So every subject is important for you. तो कल से बेटा प्लीज ज्वाइन वेल इन टाइम, हम टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करना चाहते. सो फर्स्ट फेज इज व्हेन पोएटेस मदर along with her cousins Betty and Dolly could be seen in one picture. And what is the age of, sorry, I have written the wrong spelling there by mistake. It's Mother. Fine. Poet's mother, she's a big girl. You can say about 12-year-old. We are talking about an old picture of poet's mother when she was young girl and she was near about 12 years or so. They have not mentioned the exact age, 12 year or so. Clear? She was a big girl, and along with her two cousins, Betty and Dolly, she could be seen in a picture. That is the first phase. Now coming back to 20-30 years later, second phase of this poem is 20-30 years later. Poet's mother would laugh at snapshot. Means after, now see, she was 12 years or so, after 20-30 years, after 30 years if you say, means when she will be about, you can say 42, after, you can say in her early 40s or 50s, you can say. Fine, they have not given exact age of the poet's mother. So after 20-30 years she would laugh at the snapshot. जैसे आप कभी आपके पेरेंट्स दिखाते हैं, they show you your picture and you know you are dressed up in a very shabby manner, you're scattered here and you start feeling embarrassed and you start saying to your parents कि what sort of dress you have made me worn, ये कैसे के कपड़े मुझे डाले हुए थे, how I was in standing there. Means at, you know, whenever we see pictures of the past, it do not, it, you can say the standard doesn't match with the present system. Obviously change comes over. So in that way, when she was now a lady, she herself was a mother, I must say. When poet's mother was, you can say, a girl of 12, then that picture was clicked. And now she herself is a mother, right? Charlotte Olsen ki mother hai wo. And now she was like, she would laugh at the snapshot. She used to laugh while seeing ki, oh, how I'm dressed up, I'm standing here with my cousins, how I'm looking through my hair. She would make fun of that picture. Then at the last, third phases, if you can see, if the light is flashing, I'm reading for you. Poet's mother is dead now. So third phase is that when Shirley Tolson's mother is no more, she is dead. But Shirley Tolson is now sharing her feelings and expressions. Fine. So is it clear? Three phases are clear to all of you, beta? Fine. Any doubt? I will be sharing screen with you all now. Clear? Now we will be reading this poem. Or I must say, poems are recited. Recitation of the poem. A photograph. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling. When the two girl cousins went paddling. Now, you keep on writing the meaning of the word, beta. Went paddling is when we go for swimming in the sea. Paddling is also, you know, when you don't know how to swim, but when you just sit near the seashore and you keep putting your feet inside and you're playing with the sea water, that is also called paddling. Fine. So this is the initial stage of swimming, I must say. So when somebody swam in the sea, or somebody is just moving the feet in the water of the sea, that is called paddling. So the cardboard here denotes, cardboard is that frame where picture of poet's mother is pasted. Clear? The cardboard shows me here, you can say how it was. How it was here means the photograph pasted on the cardboard shows that how they enjoyed that moment. The two girl cousins went paddling. Betty and Dolly went along with the poet's mother for paddling in the sea. Fine, because they all three were now cousins. Got it? Three of them are cousins and they went to enjoy their holiday. Now, each one holding one of my mother's hands. Each one holding one of my mother. Charlotte also is saying my mother's hands. What does it mean? If both are able to hold the hand of the mother, so where the mother is standing, anybody can tell me? Where the mother is standing, if both the cousins, Betty and Dolly, they are holding the hands of the mother, then what is the position she is standing at number 1, 2 or 3? Raise your hand. Very common question I'm asking. Common sense this is. Nobody is able to give answer to me. Both the cousins are holding hand of the poet's mother. Hanji, kahan khadi hai poet's mother? What a, you can say, genius question I have asked and nobody is able to answer it. She's standing in between, obviously. If both the cousins are holding hands, on one side Betty is standing, on the other side, yes, chats mein bhej rahe ho fatafat se answers in the middle at number 2 and number 2 find. Clear. So you got it? Cardboard shows me how that moment was when two girl cousins went paddling along with poet's mother, each one holding my mother's hands, and she, the big girl. Who is she here? Poetess mother. She denotes poetess mother, the big girl. She was the big girl amongst the three girls. तीनों में से बड़ी कौन थी? Poet's mother. Some 12 years or so, means she was at about 12. or more than that. She was not exactly knowing the age. That's why Charlotte Olson has written some 12 years or so. Now, what is the, you can say, what could be seen in the cardboard now? All three stood still to smile through their hair. Now, how they were standing? They were standing still, obviously, because the picture was being clicked. Smile through their hair. Through their hair means their hair were unkempt, shabby, बिखरे हुए थे. And through their means, you know, when you are a kid, you don't bother about how you look and how you comb your hair and how you are dressed up. You don't bother. You just bother about your enjoyment, and that is the best part about the kids. They don't bother about their dressing sense. They don't bother about their hair, and they don't bother about the people around them, that how they're looking at them. We are bothered about, we human beings, like adult human beings, when we come back to our senses after teenage and all adulthood, and we start, you know, keep taking care of ourselves. We start becoming conscious. We start combing our hair properly. So in this picture, they are smiling through their hair. Here are just unkempt, uncombed hair, you can also say, fine, without the comb. So through their hair at the uncle with the camera. Now, uncle with the camera. So Charlotte Olson's mother was there along with cousins, and obviously one adult was there, one you can say elderly person was there with them at seashore. They were enjoying. So uncle of Charlotte Olson's mother, fine, he was there, and he was clicking that picture with the camera. So they were smiling at uncle with the camera because uncle was clicking the picture. Fine. This is the scene of, now I will be describing this thing. A sweet face. Whose sweet face they're talking about? Poetess mother. She had a very sweet face. Fine. And the face of the poet's mother is a sweet one. And my mother's, she has mentioned, my mother's face was quite sweet. That was before I was born. Obviously, Charlotte Olson was not there at that time because her mother herself was a child, right? She herself was just 12-year-old. So she was saying that my mother's a sweet face, and that was before I was born. So that picture was clicked when I was not there. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Very important lines carrying the deeper meaning, beta. That's why I'm saying. And the sea, which appears to have changed less. What does it mean? You know, nature, now I will be comparing two things. The contrast between human beings and nature. What is the difference between the two? We are perishable. Fine, we will die one day. Human beings are, you can say, transient. They have used the word transient, means ever changing. Our situation is ever changing. Terribly is means very much. Terribly means very much. You can note down rather than nodding your head there. You just take notes also side by side. Keep your pencils with you always. When I'm making you write a word, you should note down that word. Fine, though you have grown up, but even then you need to, sometimes we forget the meanings. Then we just feel lazy for searching the meanings. Fine. Here you are getting everything on a platter. So take it, enjoy your meal. So he's saying that terribly is very much, transient is ever changing. So they are saying, the poet Charlotte Olson is trying to say, sea which appears to have changed less means nature is permanent. Human beings are impermanent. Clear? Nature is permanent. Sea is not going to run anywhere or die. Fine, that is permanent. That will be there. But human beings, they are transient, ever changing. They will die one day. So what she's trying to say here, she's saying that sea which appears to have changed less, which appears to have changed less over the time, the poet does indirectly hints that mother's face has changed over the years, or you can say the things have been different now. Washed their terribly transient feet. Now the time has been changed. And which poetic washed their terribly transient feet? It has, you know, two connotations, two meanings. washed their terribly transient feet. It means the human beings are transient, ever changing. It means they have changed. Maybe they have grown up. Maybe they are no more. Fine. In that sense, poet saying that they have been changed over the time. Fine. Then after that, and which poetic device is used in this last line of this stanza? Washed their terribly transient feet. Anybody can tell me? T sound is repeated here. Terribly transient feet. You have done in class 10th beta alliteration. Alliteration is that poetic device in which T sound is repeated. T, terribly transient feet. T sound is repeated. That means alliteration is used here. Clear? So we are done with this stanza. Now let's move to another part. Now this one. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. Now I told you first phase is over. First phase we have done, cardboard, and she was smiling, and seaside and paddling, that's over. Now after 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. Who is she? Poetess mother. After a lapse of time, fine, after a gap or lapse, L-A-P-S-E, after a lapse of time, you can say after 20 to 30 years later, poet's mother would laugh at the snapshot. She would refer to the photograph. She would say, see, क्या words थे उसके? See, inverted commas में. See Betty and Dolly. I have some problem with my, you can say, highlighting this thing. So, clear? Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot, see Betty and Dolly. She would say, look how they dressed us for the beach. These are the words of poet's mother. She would say that, see, she would laugh and she would create humor and she would feel funny. That, see, how they have, you know, how they had dressed themselves for the beach when they went for a sea holiday. Now, the sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Very beautiful line. They are saying the sea holiday was her past. My mother, poet is saying that my mother, she would see that picture, that how they were dressed as for the beach, and she would laugh, and that was her past, that was her nostalgia. Fine, again a nostalgic moment. She would become nostalgic and she would become happier by seeing, and she's burst into laughter, and she's saying uska past kya hai, that sea holiday, or mera past kya hai, mine is her laughter. It means poetess mother is no more. Clear? यहाँ से clear हुआ है that poet is missing her mother. She's saying the way she would become nostalgic happily by seeing the picture, I am becoming nostalgic in a sad way. I'm missing the laughter of my mother. I cannot see my mother anymore. She is no more. Now last line of this stanza is both wry with labored ease of loss. Both wry, W-R-Y. Fine, try to understand this. Here they have mentioned actually who, you can say, where both here stands for poet and poet's mother. Clear? Both here stand for poet herself, Shirley Dawson, and her mother. Wry with labored ease of loss. Now, what do you mean by that? Actually, both have suffered and undergone a kind of big loss. What is the loss of poet's mother? Her sea holiday. What is the loss of poet? Her mother herself. Fine, uska loss uski mother hai, she is no more. So both of them have suffered the loss, you can see. Both arrive with the labored ease of loss. So both of them are suffering a kind of loss. The loss of the mother is sea holiday. The loss of the poet is her mother herself. Clear? Now, third beta phase. Nidhi is coming now. She is joining. but we are left with only 7 minutes. Nidhi, if you can hear me clearly, beta, this is the time when we have done the poem almost. So kindly join well in time and see the timetable, please. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silences. Just last stanza. Now the poet's mother is dead. Fine. And as many years as that girl in the picture lived. Fine. It means jitne years us girl ko us picture mein hue the, it means she is dead for those many years. It means poet is talking about so many years have passed even that her mother is no more. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. Of this situation, this circumstances, this event, out of this. Oh, sorry, I just forgot to tell you the meaning of this word wry, W-R-Y. Underline this. It means annoyed. Fine. In one way, you can say when both are annoyed with the feeling of that loss. Fine. W-R-Y is annoyed. And in this beta, circumstances event. Clear? Actually, the poet is saying here that there are so many years now have been passed, and since mother is dead, you can say, and of this situation, out of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silences. No words could express the feel of this poet. She's not able to express her grief. There is silence. The poetess actually pays a tribute to her mother, and it is the old photograph that moves her to silence. Fine, that is the name. That is why the name of the poem is a photograph. Now the poet's mother is dead for nearly as many years as that girl in the picture lived. The poet feels a loss. Fine. She's feeling a loss of words to comment on this event. She's saying that, how can I tell you? How can I express my grief? I am short of words because there is nothing to say, because my mother is no more. I have no words to express my grief. Fine. That's why she's saying it is a moment, and it's only this moment can be expressed through silence. Some situations cannot be expressed in words. Some grief, you can say, some situations cannot be expressed in words. So silence, silences. Thus the poetess pays a tribute to her mother, that it is the old photograph only which is the memory of her mother. And why the memory is connected? Because that firstly, that photograph belongs to her mother. Secondly, the way she would laugh at that photograph quite often, that is another memory. By seeing the dressing sense and by seeing her cousins, she would become nostalgic, and her mother would laugh and enjoy that moment. So how she would laugh is missed by the poet now, that how my mother used to enjoy by seeing this photograph, and now what all is left is this photograph only. So what is the message you get from this poem? That firstly, transient versus, you can say, we human beings are transient, ever changing, and nature is intransient. Fine, intransient. It cannot be changed. It remains the same over the years. Clear? So now, any doubt to anyone, beta, you can ask me in this poem. Okay, Nidhi, due to some technical problem, you joined late. No problem, but you just take care of your network area, because your studies are very important. And sometimes, you know, we people are not able to see our timetable today. 3 students have not joined in the beginning. You know, I was saying that I'm proud of all of you, that you people are joining all the subjects well in time. And so far, I have not a single absentee. So that is a big applaud for you all, that you are continuously present in all the subjects. Fine. So I am maintaining that record with me. And from tomorrow onwards, today I will be marking you present because you joined because of this problem maybe you were facing. So tomorrow onwards, join well in time. So anybody having doubt, beta? No one? Koi doubt nahi hai? All clear to everyone? Send me thumbs up. Okay, if it is clear to everyone, send me thumbs up so that I can say my class is able to understand. Fine, well done. All of you are sending me this.